At over 170 miles an hour, NASCAR nearly lost Ernie Irvan. Doctors said he wouldn't survive. Racing again? Almost unthinkable. But Ernie Irvan didn't just come back. He won. At the very track that almost took his life. Ernie Irvan was born on January 13, 1959 in California, a long ways from NASCAR's southern roots. He started racing at 9 years old, learning car control on dirt tracks across the West Coast. Unlike many Cup drivers of that era, Ernie didn't grow up surrounded by stock car racing. To make it, he packed up and headed east, working in shops, racing anything he could, and building a reputation as a driver who never lifted. That aggressive style earned him a nickname early on, Swervin' Irvan. In 1990, Ernie Irvan got his real shot with Morgan-McClure Motorsports, driving the number 4 Kodak Chevrolet. That season he earned his first NASCAR Cup Series win, and suddenly the garage took notice. 1 year later, Ernie delivered one of the biggest moments of his career. In 1991, he won the Daytona 500. For a driver once labeled reckless, it was proof he could win on NASCAR's biggest stage and win smart. In 1993, tragedy struck Robert Yates Racing with the loss of Davey Allison. Filling the seat of the legendary number 28 Texaco Havoline car came with enormous pressure, emotionally and competitively. Ernie was chosen, and in his very first race driving the number 28, at Talladega, Ernie won. In a powerful moment, one that honored Davey Allison and proved Ernie Irvan belonged among NASCAR's elite. By 1994, Ernie was in his prime, winning races and battling Dale Earnhardt for the championship. Then, disaster struck. August 20th, 1994, Michigan International Speedway. During practice, Ernie's tire failed entering turn 2 at nearly 170 miles an hour. The car slammed into the wall with massive force. Ernie Irvan suffered a severe head injury. Doctors gave him little as 10% chance to survive. For days, the NASCAR world waited, and somehow Ernie Irvan fought back. Against overwhelming odds, Ernie Irvan returned to racing in 1995, then came back at Michigan, the same track where his life was nearly ended. Ernie Irvan won. The garage stood in applause, victory lane filled with emotion. It wasn't just a win, it was one of the greatest comebacks in NASCAR history. In 1999, another serious crash during practice at Michigan forced Ernie to make the hardest decision of his life. This time, he listened. Ernie Irvan stepped away from full-time racing, not beaten, but victorious in the battle of far bigger than any championship. Ernie Irvan's legacy isn't just measured in wins. It's measured in resilience, in courage, and refusing to let tragedy define the ending. Because some drivers race for trophies. Ernie raced for his life and came back to win.
The fourth corner, yes, Ernie Irvan wins the Busch 500. Look at this group. The Kodak Morgan-McClure team. Oh, man. Now those guys happy. And Ernie Irvan from Modesto, California, has finally done it. He has come close this year. He has run so well since taking over this ride. And now it pays off with his first Winston Cup victory. The Chevrolet Lumina. He's got to be very, very tired, but on the other hand, I think that he will want to get out into the fresh air as quickly as possible so that we can talk with him. He's got to get the hat on, though. Of course. Kodak. All right, thanks. You want him now? Come on out, Ernie. They got to get the steering wheel off. There we go. Now he's going to be able to easily climb out of the Kodak Chevrolet. There's Ernie Irvan, the winner. And the road handler winner's circle interview with Jerry Bunch.
Ernie Irvan climbs out of the car, sits on top of the Chevrolet Lumina, and exhausted Ernie Irvan with a big smile. Congratulations on an outstanding effort.
I tell you what, I thought Bristol was tough, running in the back. It's a lot tougher running in the front. You can't make a mistake, They all had a little bad luck, but we kept pressuring him. And then Rusty run me around the end. We were both loose. I was making a lot of mistakes, but I happened to hang on.
Now, Rusty really pressuring you at the end there. What were you thinking those last 15 or 20 laps when you get right up underneath you coming off turn 2?
Well, I was just not getting to the corner good. I just had to concentrate on it. As long as I concentrate, I knew he's going to beat me.
The guys in the tower, Benny Parsons and Ned Gear, said you showed a lot of maturity. Didn't look like a young driver at all.
Well, I appreciate that. I owe a lot to this crew. They got me in and out of the pits in the first 3 every time. And if it wasn't for that, I couldn't be where I'm at now.
I know you got to be happy. A hometown win here in the 7th year for Morgan-McClure Racing. Everyone in the stands standing, holding those big signs with number 4 on them.
I tell you what, I bet we had 7,000 fans here from Kodak. And we owe it all to them. Without that support, we couldn't have this Kodak Chevrolet in Victory Lane.
An appropriate announcement today that Kodak would certainly be the sponsor for Ernie Irvan for the next 3 years. Young man from California picking up his first ever Winston Cup win here at Bristol International Raceway.
Ernie Irvan is finally going to win the track that nearly did him in. Ernie Irvan for the checkered flag, and he's won the Michigan 400.
That's a great win. Boy, it's good to see.
How about that performance by Ernie Irvan? We'll take a commercial break and be back to meet the champion in the Michigan 400, the 7th different winner this year. Back with you at Michigan Speedway. Ernie Irvan about to clamber out of his car after his sensational victory today. August 20th, 1994, the hardest battle he ever fought, the fight for survival after that crash in turn 2 at this track. And today, this race belongs to him. Here's Mike Joe.
Ernie Irvan climbs out of his Robert Yates Thunderbird. Ernie, this track nearly took your life. Today, you took something back from it, a big win.
It's pretty emotional. Started about 10 laps to go, started getting tears in my eyes. I tell you, it's great. Only in America, you know what I mean? This Texaco Havoline Ford race team, all the sponsors are unbelievable. And this is the best place to do it. This is Ford Motor Company. This is their home base in Detroit, and it's great.
A lot of people maybe had written you off after the crash. After this year went along here without a win, people were saying he's moving on, he might not be here, and you told me yesterday what you've got to do is win consistently. You took a big step today.
Well, I mean, that's what it's all about. I mean, it's a lot easier to get sponsors to rally behind you when you win, and we've been real close this year, but it's just a matter of some bad luck. And the only way we can get good luck is just keep preparing ourselves and be able to get good race cars every day.
You said Happy Father's Day to your dad coming around. Kim Irvan, how big a day is this for the Irvan family?
It'd be more exciting if Jordan was here, but she's probably watching on TV. Hi, Jordan, and we wish you were here, but we'll see her tonight.
Okay, Robert Yates with Ernie Irvan and family in Victory Lane. We'll be back to Michigan International Speedway to celebrate further after this.